There you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm too busy with my work, as you can see. I am Percival, head of communications for CAMLEOT. This is my personal office. Quite beautiful, no? What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment, and they have not. Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, and near-constant reminders of what the gentry has taken from us. Or, as the layman calls it, propaganda. Help, yes. Any assistance is much appreciated. You see, one of my duties is to keep in contact with all of the fractured factions in this great nation of ours, partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them. I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of CAMLEOT protection. We stand to gain much more than mere tickets from this exchange. If we can show the people that CAMLEOT stands for democracy and freedom, then it's only a matter of time before others follow in this tribe's footsteps. And if we can do it while kicking the Tommies in their righteous fannies, well, that's a win-win, isn't it? My heart bleeds for all those who live under tyranny, especially those who can develop into key strategic alliances. They don't like anything made after 1922, for one. They believe the Great War was a sign from the spirits that we should all return to living in huts. I believe any man, woman, or child should be free to live life as they desire, even if that means wiping their asses with sticks and stones. As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, the Tommies see the tribe's quirky and strange beliefs as signs of savagery. Take their town's name, for example. Instead of referring to it as Brickton, the way the tribes have taken to calling it, the Tommies insist on referring to it as Brixton. They believe the Tommies are there to civilize them. I believe this is our chance to show the Tommies what civilization truly means. I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribe's leader. He is a strange man, but you must treat him with utmost respect. He has a plan on how to push the Tommies away, help him return to me, and then perhaps you'll find yourself within CAMLEOT's highest ranks. Words of encouragement, valiant, or as... If we can show the people that CAMLEOT stands for and if we can do it. As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, the Tommies see the tribe's quirky and strange beliefs as signs of savagery. Take their town's name, for example. Instead of... they believe... They don't like anything made after 19... I believe. Good luck, servant of CAMLEOT.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Oh, how I wish we could stay...
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon. For this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that'll agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon CAMLEOT will have an ally in Brigton. We are not invested in Arthur's dream of a united London, writhing under his benevolent thumb. We simply wish to be left alone. And unfortunately, the only one willing to grant us that wish was Arthur. Fear makes companions of us all. The Tommies think they're here to civilize us, but tell me, what worth is there in an ideology that has destroyed the world 10 times over and left it to rot? I'd take dying from preventable diseases 1,000 times over destroying the world with my ignorance. Watch your step.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
God save our gracious queen! Long live our noble queen!
Your fingers are lighter than air.
I'm here to serve.
Private Kerr, sir! Oh, sorry. Thought you were Lieutenant Doyle for a moment. How can I help you? We're here to protect the people of Brixton from internal and external threats, whatever those may be. Scared? Me? No, not at all. I have absolutely nothing to say about Lieutenant Doyle. I mean, yes, I don't quite enjoy his methods, and the way he constantly doles out surprise inspections whenever he feels like it. But it is not my place to comment on these things. Really? What is it? I don't believe that. We've spent months cursing these people under our breaths. Now we're going to live like that. And again, Doyle would do anything for a strategic victory, even if it meant making us abandon our lives to stay in Brixton. Thank you for sharing, but I need to tell my mates about this.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
Everything boils down to boiling.
Looking for something to give you a little boost?
Just someone else's
Yeah. I've got just a thing. Not just this stuff you find at a pharmacy, you know. I'm working on some real top-notch games. That'll give you a real kick. You interested? Looking for something to give you a little boost?
I wish I could meet the Queen.
Wish we would stay like this for
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? I've seen the fruits of your labour. Tommy's whispering rumours in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brickton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brickton. And, finally, you will spread rumours about our dear Major. Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
Mind the gap and all that.
You're back! I told all of my mates at the barracks about you. We knew there was something strange about Doyle. Scared? Absolutely not. My feelings about Sneed are all positive. I don't like his attitude, though. Every time he comes to survey us, he complains about the sorry state of Brixton. That's not our fault. Brixton. Well, go on then. Tell me. I'll leave. Who does he think he is? We need that time. They promised us they wouldn't cut our leave. Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
all right. Be careful.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. How goes your labours? Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweet scent of manure, or even the sweeter sound of Sneedly insults. Laura, what's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
Rule Britannia,
A disappointment. That's what you all are. A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country.
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society. And what do I find? One of you geniuses mixed in laxatives with your rations, and now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung.
Live our noble queen.
Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Doyle. Some ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost's walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken
We won't go
place.
quietly. You can count on that.
That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it, move it, move it!
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch.
Mind the gap and all that.
I've seen this wagon before. Needs mythical wagons filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities this is a golden opportunity indeed need to survive. Now if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need you to perform a little highway robbery. Take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow, a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the rest up to you. I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. Only the canyon's fiercest sentry, defender of her blessed land, a modern-day legend devised by yours truly. Go forth, Shadow.
The world runs on tickets and information. What you know is usually worth more than what you got.
Now, look alive, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings. Halt! State
This
your
area
business
is
or
off limits,
prepare to taste
civilian.
the cold steel of justice. The what? Blimey, you are a loony. Goose, let's put this dunce out of their misery. Stop in the name of the Queen.
Furnish you covering my back. If it ain't worth its weight in tickets, it ain't worth its weight in your pocket.
Rule Britannia.
Who the devil are you?
Britannia,
And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do?
Never shall be slaves.
Whipping this den of savagery and depravity into a proper British outpost. I'd ask you what you are doing here, but clearly the answer is annoying me. How about I try using my boot up your disrespectful ass, soldier? I'll demote you faster than you can think. Then what are you doing here? Vacate the premises at once! I come from a long line of soldiers, nearly 400 years worth, dating back to the Sneeds from Lanark and the Westbridges in Devon. But more than that, I didn't spend any of my damn time asking my superior officers all these inane questions. Brixton what? Give me that. My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Doyle, come here at once.
Yes, sir. Queen, long live our noble queen.
I've had enough of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Doyle. You and me. May these people rot in the rat-infested hell of their own creation.
You can count on that.
We'll leave that fellow Woodward here. He's basically native at this point anyway.
Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I can think of no better reward for your work than my lucky finally over. Fashioned out a bones harvested from the canyon herself. And it's all thanks to your best efforts. Not only as a charm, but a symbol. A representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the canyon watch you on your future endeavors.
Patience is key, or the quest continues.
Hail, Sergeant. If it isn't the Brixton Shadow. That's what the folks back in Brixton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency. Here, good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head. And we have much work ahead of us. Hurry on back to Merlin and tell him to send the troops so they can occupy Brixton.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets, and blades that follow them. Hey?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pilly disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pilly? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brixton, hmm? Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank. Sergeant is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors. Knight, I require your services. I have a job that apparently requires the skill of 2 knights. Can you help? Know what? I don't have time to make requests. This is going to have to be an order. Arthur takes the leadership quite naturally. Fortunately, my soft skills are somewhat lacking, so you'll excuse me for getting straight to the point. CAMLEOT recently secured an old Tommy outpost in the north. Tommy's abandoned it months ago, left it to the hooligans. Regardless, we managed to drive the rabble out with minimal casualties. Quite the victory, according to some, but all I've heard is boasts. I need that outpost secure, capable of withstanding heavy assault. Meet up with Gawain. Assess the situation. And while you're there, kick her up the arse. Fact I'm sending more than 2 soldiers, never mind 2 knights, is unacceptable. Fix it. Understood? Fine, but brevity would be appreciated. It protects the wall that surrounds Wandsworth. If you were to look at it on a map, you'll see a natural thoroughfare for potential attacks, which makes this outpost an invaluable defensive position for CAMLEOT. Knight, that's exactly what I'd like you to find out. Demonstrably not. All clear? Good. Dismissed.
Good to see a fellow knight. Took you long enough. I'm going to need help restoring this outpost and enforcing some discipline on this squad. Here's my original report that Sergeant Pilly refused to endorse. Give it a read. I've outlined what needs to be done.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Knight.
Knight?
Despite our rather calamitous start, we were actually successful. We managed to surprise the enemy, drove them into chaos, and took the objective with no other casualties.
A complete shit show. Luckily, the daft, gormless bastards had no idea what was happening. So I guess it worked out, which is quite lucky, innit?
2 hard workers amongst a shower of lazy, grumpy bastards.
Well, we're ready for orders. I've heard other members of the squad may have grievances, but it's not my place to say.
It's all right, I suppose. Could be worse. Pretty sure we jotted these down somewhere.
Yes, I submitted our suggestions that Knight Gawain was so kind as to record.
Just waiting around.
What Richards means to say is that we're awaiting orders.
That's what I said. We won't move an inch.
London is a place for me.
Another one? Bloody hell. At this rate, there'll be more knights than swords. Sergeant Pilly, reporting for duty. Ah, you're one of those. Just what we need, eh, lads? Another honourable job's worth. If you're gonna bother me with the same bullshit, I'll save you the bother. Look around you. We've got the outpost. The job's done. What else can I do for you? We lost our commander immediately. Few of the others wanted to turn back. I couldn't let that happen. So we marched in, cracked a few skulls, did the job. There's a few of them left in the factory who need mopping up. But they ain't much, trust me. They're the ones who ran. He had to retire for medical reasons. Fine, he exploded. Stood on a landmine, cut him in half. Not exactly healthy for the man to dwell on. Whole squad shot themselves. Thought our cover was blown. Turns out the hooligans were too cunted to notice.
Time to do my duty.
How do you know? Oh, gone.
Be more careful. There's a war on.
What can I do for you, Knight? He had to retire for medical reasons. Fine, he exploded. Whole squad shot themselves. Thought our cover was blown. Turns out the hooligans were too cunted to notice. He was shoulder to shoulder with us when it counted. He'll be fine. Some people just take a little longer to adjust. Fuck's sake. Yes, it is. You knights should relax. You'll live longer. Bye.
How can I help, Knight? Sometimes it can be confusing to have two commanding officers. Luckily, one of them never wants us to do anything, so it's pretty much the same as having one. I agree with the assessment of my commanding officers. As is much of life, sometimes you just have to embrace the chaos. Our first engagement was a resounding success, besides the tragic death of Sergeant Brown, of course. After the operation, I was sent to scout the enemy position, primarily to see how many were left and their battle readiness. Cheers, boss.
Yes? They're relatively inexperienced and their commander died in the assault. Most of the squad are fine. It's just Sergeant Pilly and Levy Daniels. He was mortally wounded by an explosion. I initially suspected it was a landmine. However, having since seen Pilly throw a grenade, misfortune seems more plausible. He's got the idea in his head that this squad is his. So he's trying to force a promotion by acting like a raging bellend. By all accounts, Pilly demonstrated courage during the assault, but he won't even commit to doing the training required for command. He is in dire need of explosives training, but he doesn't think he needs it. He does, regardless of if he is to be promoted or not. It's hard to be specific. While he didn't sustain any physical injuries, Levi Daniels isn't capable of carrying out, well, anything, let alone the duties of a soldier. He needs to be relieved. I assumed when you introduced yourself you were his replacement. Since you're not, he needs escorting back to CAMLEOT. I'd have no problem with knocking the twat's teeth out, trust me. But people like him, and I need their support. Good. Your thoughts? I'll scout the enemy position, get a clearer idea as to the readiness and numbers. We'll clear their position when you feel we're adequately prepared to repel a counterattack.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Speak your mind.
Huh? Hmm? Oh, bye. How do you do it? How is it so easy for you? You're right. It's just, I still feel like I shouldn't have. I close my eyes and I see their faces. They had no idea what was happening. I suppose that was a point of sneaking up on them. Turns out they were scrapping all night, taking bets and beating the shit out of each other. Stupid bastards must not have realised they were under attack. Nobody fought back at all. I'm not sure they even knew what was happening until half of them were gone. But I can't get that look out of my head. He was smiling. A big, idiotic grin. Turns out they must have been on something. Fighting for fun. He didn't stop smiling. Even when the blade cracked open his skull, he still smiled. It's just the life behind his eyes, I don't know. Went somewhere, but the smile remained. He was covered in someone else's blood. That's what's so... I know this man killed. He enjoyed killing, so... Why? I can't forget his stupid fucking smile. Yes. I suppose you're right. I think I'm going to go back to CAMLEOT now. On my own.
What can I do for you, Knight? Hysterical bollocks. We don't have the manpower or the resources. By all means, feel free. It's not that I'm not keen. I've already done it. The good Knight Fancy Bollocks considers herself beneath giving feedback. Explosives training requires we build 5 working landmines from scratch. Here are my mines. She said all but one were completely wrong, and buggered off in a huff. How is that supposed to help? If I knew which one was wrong, I'd be able to learn from my mistake and repeat the correct process 4 more times. So, if you can figure out which of my mines are up to shape, I can finish the training without the risk of blowing myself up. Deal?
Ever vigilant.
What can I do for you, Knight? So, which one is it? Bye. What can I do for you, Knight? So, which one is it? Cheers. I'll crack it open and figure out what I did wrong. See, I knew it was that one. She couldn't have just confirmed it for me. Something about becoming a knight changes you.
How can I help, Knight? And I know exactly where to find one. I was patrolling nearby when I came across it. Looked in good nick, too. I started to remove the piece, but I felt something looming. Decided not to stick around. I don't want to commit to calling it a monster, per se, but it was absolutely terrifying. If I was dead, you'd have no detail at all. The most important skill when it comes to being a scout is staying alive. Are you sure? Your funeral, I guess. Here are the coordinates.
I just wanted to eat.
Next time.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures.
It's about time they made you a knight. Well earned. How can I help you today? Of course. An army marches on its stomach, after all. I'll have the provisions sent to the front within the hour.
You've returned as a knight, no less. You'll be wanting to dip into my pocket for more of my timber, no doubt. Am I hearing this right? CAMLEOT paying for goods and services? You don't look like the type to be carrying around $500,000, knight. You really are a useless tit, aren't you? Bugger off. You've returned as a knight, no less. You'll be wanting to dip into my pocket for more of my timber, no doubt. Am I hearing this right? CAMLEOT paying for goods and services? You don't look like the type to be carrying around $500,000, knight. I'll send someone up with the timber. If that's everything, some of us have work to do.
Greetings. Thank you. That means a lot. Most people want to forget what happened, like it's an inconvenience. I'm Susan. I grew up in a small tribe outside of London. I met Frank when he was a wandering trader. He came through the town with his father. I decided to go with him and never looked back. We eventually settled down here to raise our family properly. The road is no place for children. Bye.
Please make this quick.
Get moving.
Last I heard, you were sent to get our new frontier outpost up to scratch. Anything I can help you with? Not asking for much, then. Well, the good news is I can send up the sandbags. The bad news is everything else ain't happening. Word to the wise, nobody in London has anything that explodes or shoots going spare unless they're aiming it at you. Best of luck.
I've scouted the enemy position, and I think it'd be good to engage as soon as possible. If you think we're ready, we can set things in motion. Those recommendations were extensive, yet you actually went out there and got them done single-handedly. Great work. Gather the squad, tell the men to get in position.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
What can I do for you, Knight? I don't think we do. She's in command, I accept that. I won't accept bogering about with a bunch of busy work because she needs to feel visible. We fought hard to take this outpost, outnumbered outgunned, and on our own. Isn't that enough? Arthur will have us fighting again sooner than later. Why not rest while we can? Respectfully, I disagree. She's finally ready, is she? About bloody time.
Ever vigilant.
How can I help, Knight? Jeez, glad to have dodged a bullet there. Nice job for taking it out. I'll be there.
Knight?
Knight. Aye, sir.
London is a place for me.
I think we're all here. Okay, if I can have your attention, everyone. So, we've got a considerable number of hooligans held up in this industrial complex. The way I see it, we've got two approaches. We can try to do this quietly, or brute force. Wait until dark, send a couple of men to lay some traps. Wait for some to exit, silently take them out. We'll thin the numbers out a little, and then strike them hard and fast.
What's the point? They probably already know we're here. It's only our mighty knights that they've yet to encounter.
Yes, hit them as hard as we can with heavy guns and explosives. Hopefully they'll panic and scatter so we can mop up the remnants.
Well, we're obviously doing that.
I think that's probably best. I can't imagine too many of them will be going on midnight walks. It's dark at the moment, so we should wait until sunrise. Less chance of friendly fire. I imagine they'll be recovering from their vices also. Get into position and wait for my signal. Once you see the sign, we'll need to throw everything at them. All clear? Good luck, and watch your backs. Dismissed.
Your luck is in my
CAMLEOT. Look where you're going.
Rally here!
Revealed.
Yeah! Yeah!
Be more careful. There's a war on.
Use 'em.
Oi! Watch.
That should be the last of them. Stand down! Thank you for all your help, Knight. We can take it from here. Squad dismissed!
Hey.
Knight, do you have any news for me? Fantastic news. With that outpost secured, I feel a lot more secure. Thanks to your efforts, the fortress to the north will be a significant deterrent.
This is that buffer zone you suggested.
That it is.
Good work. With this outpost secured, we can finally move on to the front foot. Knights, listen closely.
Patience is...
Arthur, Merlin, Charing Cross Station.
Breathe, Percival.
Speak plainly, or at least with a verb.
Eastminster reports there's been an explosion at Charing Cross Station.
This could be a blessing. We can put their weariness to rest by helping out.
With Percival's anxiousness, there's more to the story, I'd wager.
Merlin is right. Eastminster's already fingered a culprit. Us.
Us? I didn't authorize a strike on Charing Cross.
They're saying they've already pinned down the two knights responsible.
I hate to ask more of you so soon, but I don't have anyone else I can spare. Will you look into it? That's a longer story than we've got time for today. Unfortunately, I do. But I won't sow dissent without evidence. Good to hear. Head out immediately.
I suppose you want to know more about Arthur's suspicions. You're right, but that still doesn't change the reality of the situation. If this cause is compromised, you need to know what you're walking into. I won't name names. Arthur's right. Without proper intel, guessing can only do us harm. There are some among us that wish he took a firmer hand in certain matters. If their zealotry has escalated to unsanctioned bombing, there's no telling what else they're ready to do. Proceed with caution, even among friends.
Patience is key for the quest continue.
Curious about Eastminster. It won't take but a second to understand the gist, and that might help you when your boots hit the ground there. Eastminster birthed CAMLEOT just as much as we did. Our hearts and minds were one back then. But skip to ceaseless riots, and some brutal retaliation by the gentry, and quite a few blame us for their current state. Don't be surprised by a thin veneer covering hostility. Many there tolerate us at best.
We won't go quietly. Count on that. This place ain't what it used to be, and it ain't used to be much.
Ah, the civvy who strolled through Islington. Surprised you're alive. Slipping in to cause more mayhem here? What? Out of the goodness of your heart? Keep your reasons to yourself, then. I know you're capable and have a good head on your shoulders. It's obvious something's not right here. So if you can shed light on this, do it. If I were you, I'd check in with Lance Corporal Briggs. Claims to have seen who set off the bomb. See if you can make sense of what he's saying.
find the gap and all that.
If you're walking, you're not wounded. Treat yourself. First aid kit's over there. Lieutenant Thorpe, you're in my infirmary, so who are you and what are you doing here? Clearly, so why are you here? Speak to him. Best of luck there.
Boom! Run! So much blood! Boom again! Run! Blood! Everything! Boom! Nothing! Blood! Boom! Boom! Run! Gotta run! Find help! Boom! 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 Run! Gotta run! Boom! Angry! Scared! Blood! 2, run! Shelter! Blood! Boom! Run! Tunnels! Boom! Blood! Run! Boom! Hurt! Tunnels! Yes! Tunnels! Dark! Blood! Run!
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
That was actually It's you covering my back. Someone there? Show yourself. Thought they'd never leave. Can you handle yourself? Think someone. It's happening. They looked a lot tough up. Ammo, tickets, whatever they had, we probably need two.
Ground floor.
Who's there? Fellow. Huh. Not so sure about that anymore.
The Raja.
After we set the charges, we ran for the tunnels.
But the charges weren't synced.
The first one blew while we were still within range. Nothing serious, but Took the legs right out from under us.
With our banged-up legs, we limped into the tunnels.
That's when the second charge blew.
And that Raja woke up. Ran right past us to the mouth of the tunnel.
The third charge blew and sprayed it with rubble and rubbish.
That's when it noticed us.
Angry, scared. Don't really know what it was, but it attacked.
And that's when we realised our guns were back where we fell. Tristan held it off while I ran to unlock the door. That's... well.
Might as well tell the whole story. We need help anyway. We didn't want to attack Charing Cross, but, well, the
5th column have Tristan's family.
My mum and brother.
They promised to let them go if we blew up the station.
But now I can't even walk, let alone make them hold up their end of the bargain. Please, help my family. They're at St. Anne's Churchyard.
Because he's a craven little boy, too scared to fight back. He'd have naffed about until it was too late.
Please, you have to get them back from the column.
You'll see we're not lying when you get there.
Civilian, state your purpose. Oh, fine. Head on in. Speak to Tucker.
That badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
Mind where you're going. The pissant send a MAGA, huh? The politics doesn't matter. We're soldiers, you and I both. We get our orders and follow them. Except I follow them gladly. You see, CAMLEOT is finished. We'll pick you off one by one. Just like what I'll do to Tristan. Or should I say, John Cliffero. Did you know his real name? A little nightly birdie whistled it in my ear. Cliffero. What a pathetic name. Why don't we just skip the pleasantries and get right to killing you? That was the plan for those pissants after all. Loose ends and whatnot.
We're being attacked! Shit, Dad! Sorry, mate. I won't. We'll hang you on a little
That's over.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're heading back to Eastminster. Let my boy know we're safe.
Those arseholes won't come knocking again. I'll make sure of it.
Did you rescue Tristan's family?
And my family. Thank God. Bless you.
So what now, Tristan? We can't exactly return to CAMLEOT.
We head to Eastminster too.
Not dressed like this, we aren't. They're hunting 2 knights.
I guess we don't really have the right to wear these clothes anyway.
Not anymore.
Please, give this to Arthur. And thank you for all you've done for my family.
Mate, we're mates, right? Yeah, we have, haven't we? Honestly, this is the longest I've had a mate. Ain't easy out here in old Blighty to make friends. Even the Thames folk kept their distance from me. A child. But you've got my back. And that's right, Novel. Especially the Thames folk. Oh, they were nice enough, but more skittish than a rag roach in daylight. They'd have been happy to see you lurk, make a snack of me. One less problem for them. They wouldn't have listed a webbed finger unless I was one of their own. It's pretty easy to cut people out with a razor-sharp wit. But you've stuck around, and even thrown a barb or two my way. I've always wanted that. You call one too many grannies commuters in training and they tend to kick you out of places. It's not like I was meaning to insult them. Just wanted to be mates with the birds. I tried. Commuters in training? Not even close to my best line. The world ain't fair, and it sure ain't smart. But you are, and I needed you to know that. All right, enough with the sentimentality. Let's get moving. Watch it.
Our people in Eastminster aren't responding.
Do we fear the worst?
More likely they're in hiding.
Or no longer support us.
Is that likely?
More so than I'd like to admit.
Looks like we might have more than hearsay to paint the picture.
Oh, you've returned. What of Charing Cross Station?
I can only imagine the suffering.
We've lost more than Charing Cross then.
Is there still a path forward for us here?
Unlikely.
We need more information. What else do we know?
We feared it was them.
Isult's pushed us to be more aggressive. I guess she grew tired of waiting.
And I suppose the lovers poetically perished like their namesakes.
Certainly not.
So they've left without so much as a word. This signature saddens me more than anything I could have expected. But I respect his decision.
And I'm assuming there's still more to the story, as you said.
I haven't heard of this.
It's likely they told him not to tell anyone, or his family would get it.
He still should have come to us.
It's his family.
It is his family, but this put a lot of families in harm's way.
Just look at the destruction.
Not to mention our standing in Eastminster.
That will hurt us for a long time.
Hurt us? It damn near cripples us.
Agreed. And we still don't know enough to make a decisive counter. Why target Tristan in the first place?
Is there anything more?
Let me see that.
A spy in Camelot? It can't be. I would have...
They know our names. Our true names. This is bona fide.
That must be how they picked up the Clitheroes.
This is all my fault.
Forget it. But we can sort this out later. Is there anything else to report?
We're not likely to win back support anytime soon.
We need to consider how to spin this.
Can we spin this?
Arthur, we'll make a full report on what's possible. But no, it looks bleak.
And we have another issue.
What else could there be?
The empty chair.
Our friend here has more than proven themselves.
They really have.
They've proven fair, competent, and a friend to us all.
I, Arthur, do hereby offer you a seat at my table. And while I may be the first among equals, here your voice will carry the weight and power equal to any other knight. As you accept this honor, I rechristen you with your heraldic name, Gaheris. Arise, Sir Gaheris, and join us as we prepare to battle for Camelot's soul.
What the? Did you hear that?
What's that noise?
I heard it.
Bloody hell!
Arthur! Arthur!
What is it? Speak.
It's the Tommies. From all sides, they're everywhere. Everywhere!
How did you not hear of this?
Dear
Right at our
God.
doorstep! Those bastards!
Quiet! We don't have time for this. We must fight. This is war.
War?
Percival, inform all patrols of these events. Gawain, head to the barracks and rally the infantry. Bedivere, Lancelot, you must protect the northern courtyard. Gaheris, go with them. Show them what a knight of Camelot can do. It's either victory or the grave, my friends. Go! Go! Go!
God in heaven, look at that breach!
Hold this position, lads.
You heard Bedivere! Stand tall! Fine! Surrender!
Have it. On go. Britannia. Never surrender.
I'm here. I'm here.
Good. We can let the infantry hold this position. We're needed at the main gate. Rather, you are. Me and Gaheris will go around the outside and flank them.
Just be careful.
You two. Gaheris, Jallo! We could have used someone like you in our past battles, Gaheris. I'm glad you're on our side. They've breached the barricade! Strike now, Gaheris!
There you are. I'm glad to see you, Wayfarer. Should I say Gaheris?
What is it, Galahad?
Dreadful news. I was in contact with Percival when the Tommies broke into the keep. They've taken over the place. And Percival...
Is still inside. Curse that man! Gaheris, clear the keep. Find our little radio fiend.
I'll go with you. Would never pass up the chance to see a brand new Knight of the Round in action.
Patience is key, but the quest continues. What?
Take cover fire!
For Arthur!
You're done for.
We shall be worthy!
Prepare to face CAMLEOT's finest.
For Arthur! For Camelot! Surrender!
Surrender! You've made the biggest mistake of your life.
Tell us your communication codes work.
Contact.
We'll pry them off your lips.
Pry them off my lips. Please find a more convincing argument.
Private, shoot this man.
Now I can't seem to remember. Give me a moment. Took you long enough.
Some thanks would be much appreciated.
Thanks are earned, not given out freely. Gaheris, once you've cleared out this building, meet Arthur and Merlin at the southern courtyard. Good luck.
Don't get captured again, Percival. Look where you're going.
Oi, watch it!
Gaheris, I'm glad you are safe. Merlin was injured in our escape.
Don't worry about me. It'll take much more than an errant bullet to kill this servant of Camelot.
Merlin, this isn't the time for pompous claims.
I disagree. This is the perfect time. Your soldiers need some pomp to get through this long night.
Of course. Gaheris with me. We'll meet the other knights and push the Tommies out of our land.
Beam, you have eyes. Use them.
Prepare to face
Rally to me!
Rally to me!
Had enough?
Never surrender!
Oh, did that hurt?
Scum! Never! So...
Arthur, this is it. Last remaining Tommies are just past here.
vindictive bastards. Once we take down the artillery, they'll run back to their masters, no doubt about it.
Which still doesn't answer the question of how the bloody Tommies managed to sneak up on us.
Questions are for later. Now we have to attack.
Wait. If this is the final push, I have some words for you. Not just my knights, but all of Camelot. My friends, my people, one more battle awaits us. If any of you do not have the stomach for this fight, then leave. You will not be punished, you will not be pursued. For I do not wish to die in your company. Today is a day of battle, but tomorrow we will feast. For whoever outlives today will stand for all time by my side. For the one who sheds their blood with me shall be my brother, no matter who they are or were. There is no past, no future, only today, only this battle. Raise your arms, my people, and know that those who did not join us today will forever curse themselves for not standing by our side. Let history remember us. Let history know our name. Fight!
It's time.
To arms,
Let
brothers!
us fight!
To arms!
Hopefully, their stuff does us more good than it did them.
Oi! Watch it!
Yeah.
Clear the way!
Yeah.
Had enough?
Arthur, sir.
Let me see that. We've won the battle, but the war is still not over, Geheris. There is one more thing you must do. Percival has been trying to contact the northern outpost, the one we put under Gawain's command. But so far we've heard nothing but static. It could well be their equipment was destroyed, or maybe... well, I can't help but imagine the worst. Go to the northern outpost, Geheris, and report their status back to me.
You're Gawain's friend, aren't you? The knight who came to help us. Thank you. Because of your training, we managed to hold back the Tommies and save the outpost. Your training, it stuck with him. When the Tommies attacked us, he jumped on a grenade and saved the entire squad's life. We're all only here because of him. When you return to Arthur, tell him to honour our friend's name, please.
Be more careful.
There's a war on.
Welcome back, Gaheris. What news do you bring? Fantastic. The necessary few stand. As if there was any doubt, you've earned your place at my table. The battle is won, but the cost is great. No time for celebrations, Gaheris. At least for us. We have to keep working. This attack was carefully planned, especially by Tommy standards. They must have received advanced intel. That letter mentioned friends at the museum. I'd wager the 5th column spy in our ranks is sending information to the Tommies. This must be dealt with. Get Lancelot. He's probably at the tavern. He'll help you rout out the spy. Best of luck.
It's all my fault, Gaheris. A spy goes unnoticed in Camelot territory for God knows how long, and the Tommies almost take the castle. I've failed in my duties. They should never have made it that far into Albion. All my defence plans failed. Some head of security I turned out to be. And what can I do now except drink? I couldn't do it before. What makes Arthur think I can do it now? That's certainly true. Well, whoever they are, they probably don't know we're onto them. Okay, let me think. I've got 2 ideas. Firstly, the tavern is great at loosening lips and would be the target of any respectable spy. Well, secondly, there are some injured Tommies in the infirmary. If they really did receive intel, maybe one of them knows a thing or two. I'll stay here and fraternise, see what I can find out. You interrogate those Tommies. Just ask them. No time for mind games. If they know anything, they're bound to let on. I imagine they're pretty desperate. I have friends here, people willing to tell me stuff. While you're more scary looking. Perfect for interrogation. Crack some heads.
What? Fuck you.
What do you want? I don't know shit.
Me legs riddled with slugs. Get me a doctor. Aye, I can help with that. Lieutenant Tinkler, at your service. But this information is my ticket to recovery. Let's strike a deal, shall we, eh? Information for Camelot's finest medical attention. Immediately. Much obliged.
Yeah. Piss off.
Mother? I can't feel my legs.
Are you a doctor? I feel faint.
Start talking. The 5th column are pricks in fancy dress, just like you lot.
Help me. I'm bleeding out over here. Piss off.
Make it quick, Harris. I've got my hands full. I'm not keen on helping a Tommy before our own men, but I trust this is important enough to warrant it. I've done all I can for this patient. I'll treat the lieutenant myself.
Are you my guardian angel?
Quiet. What's wrong with you?
My bullet-riddled legs, what's wrong with me?
Let's see. The bullets all hit from behind. Fleeing from battle, were we?
Friendly fire.
All right. Gaheris, Hold his leg in place. This is gonna sting.
Feels better already. I'll be up and walking in no time. Don't think I won't come through an ordeal. One of my own men gave me this one. It's a trigger finger. So he ain't exactly feeling patriotic. I can't give you a name, but I know he sends monthly reports to Tommy High Command. He sends them through an old postboard. I knew the guy who collects the reports. He meets the postboard in the same place every time, without fail. Here are the coordinates. I don't have one. High Command don't tell us shit. When it comes to General Asquith, the time of day is on a need-to-know basis. You're lucky I know this much.
Not even Arthur could pull a sword out of that thick head of yours.
I'm telling you, he was enormous, larger than the tavern.
Yeah, right.
What are you trying to suggest, barkeep?
I don't believe it.
With all the mad stuff out there, you don't believe I, Lancelot, met a giant talking tree?
Well, I guess it's bordering on the realm of possibility. Did you slay him then?
Slay him? No, he was polite enough. Oh, I could do with a shave, though. They had the face of a ghoul.
I heard ghouls exfoliate their skin with sandpaper. Do you reckon that's true?
You know what, mate? I could definitely see that being true. Well, well, well. If it isn't Gaheris, scary Gaheris. Meet my friend.
Much obliged.
Oh, what can I get you? It's on the house.
Correction. It's on his slate.
What did I find out? What did I find out, barkeep?
Well, he learned that ghouls exfoliate their skin with sandpaper.
I got sidetracked. You're not a spy, are you, barkeep?
Nope.
Damn. Anyway, what did you find, Gaheris? Really? Let's have a butcher's. The letters are all, fuzzy. Say, barkeep, what do you make of this?
Hang on. It's addressed to a syndicate loan shark. I bet your man is a gambling addict. Initials JM.
Gambler, eh? Fuck you, Gaheris, you shit for brains. You bastard. Don't whop me, you sad sack of shit. I, Lancelot, challenge you, Gaheris, to a duel. Coward. You don't have choice. You will fight me.
Let's make this more exciting. I bet 500 tickets on Gaheris.
I'll take that action.
Yeah, me too.
You're out of your mind, barkeep. Lancelot is undefeated. I'll take your bet.
Right. Everyone to Dueler's Ditch.
vigilant.
Come in.
Rally to me!
Gaheris wins. Pay up.
Here's your money, prick.
Thank you.
Yeah, take the money.
Thank you.
No, this is bullshit. I'm not giving you anything.
Gaheris, this one doesn't want to pay up.
That fight was rigged. Lancelot would have kicked your ass in the real world. Not whatever upside down, backwards, insane world this is. Because I don't have the money, okay? I thought this bet was a sure thing. I didn't expect to pay up. I really need the money, you know. I'm skint, in every sense of the word. Bloody loan sharks. Bloody syndicate. Bloody luck. You're standing in front of the unluckiest man in London, friend. The Isle of Dogs syndicate have threatened me, beat me, and maimed me. And I'm still into them for more money than you'll ever see in your life. I'm a levy. My name's Benjamin. Benjamin Gale. Fuck. How did you get that? My name is Jeff Mutt. I work for the 5th Column as a spy. I used to believe in the cause. Now I do it because it's all I have. In all honesty, I'm way over my head. The reason I've come this far as a spy is because people like hanging around gamblers. Especially when they always lose.
I almost feel sorry for the bugger.
I hear that.
Horatio Whitehouse. Eve's administrative advisor. And brother. Well, half-brother. To be honest, I doubt he's loyal to Eve. He's constantly scheming with some big shot in Westminster. Smith or something. Not here. I'm the only one. But I know 5th Column agent has infiltrated the Tommy High Command. Right at the top. And no, I don't know who. I overheard the boss mention it once over the dog and bone.
Let's get him in a cell. I'll decide his fate when my head's clearer.
You know, I've always liked you guys. I think this is the start of a great friendship.
Come on, let's go. Gaheris, tell Arthur we've got him.
Gaheris, what news? Wishing for what I can't have. Do you see all that empty land? A virtual kingdom. We could march south without any substantial opposition. But it's just a seductive destruction. To do so would stretch our forces thin. Our stronghold would be vulnerable. We'd fall before our celebrations ended. Our only hope for peace and stability is to go north. And to do that, I need information. Tell me you have some. Of course he can. Is that all you have to report? Good. I assume he gave up something actionable? The 5th Column, the Tommies, and by extension, the Gentry. Those three forces stand between London and democracy. The Column is ideological. There is no reasoning with fascists. The Gentry get off on political debates. We've taught their ear off for years in one form or another. But the Tommies, they're different. They want a peaceful London, but have no ideological or political agenda. They're conscripts in a war they never wanted. If either the Column or the Gentry rule, the working class suffer. They suffer. Gaheris, I need you to broker peace with the Tommies. I do. We have more in common than even they realize. It won't be easy. They're just as wary of us as we are of them right now. We need a neutral zone, one where the gentry can't influence them, and where they don't feel coerced by us. There's a place outside Albion, nothing more than a field, really. But it's secluded, indefensible by either party, and damn near perfect for a peace treaty. I charge you to convince General Asquith to meet me there. But tread lightly. They're still licking their wounds in the Imperial War Museum, and I'm sure we're not welcome.
Just had to play hero, huh?
Welcome to the Imperial War Museums. That's above my pay grade, then. You can speak with the General. Head on in. But we're watching you.
Surprised to see me at this desk? Well, frankly, I am too. After you stubborn idealists stonewalled any hope of a simple solution to this violence, we're left to pick up the pieces. You think you can swing your toy swords around and play the gallant hero? Some legendary knights propped up by a fairy tale. You're too stupid to realize your false king is offering false promises. Are you willfully ignorant or just brain dead? Do you know the problems you've caused? In Westminster? In Eastminster? Even here? Do you want to know why I'm standing in this office instead of General Asquith? Because he's MIA. So, whatever message you have from your terrorist king, I don't have time for it. It's his, is it? Then speak, before I change my mind. Then it's either war or peace you're after. And I'm guessing the former. You wouldn't give up priceless intel otherwise. Peace with you would mean war with the gentry, which honestly doesn't sound half bad. Those bastards have no idea what we go through for them. A soldier should fight for peace and security, not someone's fortune. That's mercenary work. I'm done being the poster boy for their aggression. They ordered this war. I'll hear Arthur out, so long as the safety of my men is guaranteed in the meantime. We'll meet in neutral territory, but I don't have the authority to sign. No one does. Not until General Asquith is found, or a replacement has been named. No, I'm a contender for his replacement, but so is Major Jonathan Allen. He's a lower rank, but more popular. Popularity is important. If you're serious about wanting peace, speak with Major Allen. He was the last to see the General after the... well, I've heard some call it the Battle of Albion. If we have a General, we might just have a peace.
Ah, the inquisitive knight. I was warned you'd be looking for me. Look around. There's an army at my back. Now get to the point. Why are you here? It does when you're making so much noise. Now get to the point. Why are you here? And what makes you think I'd talk to you about him? Ah, the Colonel would, wouldn't he? Give me one good reason to help you, and I'll consider it. Peace in our time, huh? That's your gambit? It's not a bad one, to be sure. Let's pretend I'll help you. What would you do with the General? A rescue mission. Having him back, even broken, would boost morale. And if he can name a successor, you're proposing a calculated risk to keep the Tommies from collapsing. I can respect that. It's a decision a leader would make when there are no good options. General Asquith planned to lead a tactical unit through the South Field. They were strategically waiting to attack in the Razor Grain. However, instead of joining the fray, they retreated before we gave the command to fall back. Because of his chosen battle tactic, I lost track of him. That is the truth. Do with it what you will, Knight.
What news, Gaheris? No leader? What happened? Likely why I didn't see him on the battlefield. Do you have any clues where he may be? An odd place to launch a surprise strike. Search the Razor Grain field, Gaheris. Whether it's a man or a body, the General is still the key to peace. I'll send Kay to assist. Her medical skills will be invaluable if he's still alive, and she can deliver the body if there's nothing left to salvage.
Be careful, Gaheris. I can hear dogs. They're hungry, and likely enjoying a fresh kill. They won't take lightly to you interrupting their dinner.
Desperate measures, I suppose.
Ah, so this was the dog's dinner. But it doesn't look like it was their kill. You're right. A single bullet to the back of the head, with no exit wound, and burns around the scalp. You'd need to be close. Someone he trusted did this. Hurry back to the Tommies. I'll follow behind with Asquith's body.
Fuck! I told you, I don't know who the spy is.
Gaheris, you've returned.
What have you learnt? Where is General Asquith? He deserved much better than this.
The body will be delivered to you as soon as possible. Gaheris, give us an abbreviated report. As you can see, we're in the middle of something. Sounds like he was betrayed.
This is a real blow to the Tommies. As the General second in command, I am the rightful successor. Though that is likely to be contested.
I thought your hierarchy was clear.
It is. But despite a lower rank, Major Jonathan Allen will likely make a bid for the position. He has a fair few supporters amongst the grunts, but...
But?
He was the only one who saw the General during the battle. And I mean the only one. I've questioned every Tommy trying to find him.
Couldn't someone have lied?
Doubtful. And even if true, you'd need authority to pull a betrayal like this off.
Why kill the General without a guarantee of power, then?
I suspect it might be guaranteed. Just not by the Tommies. Our dear friend here likely has the evidence. It wouldn't surprise me if the fifth column knew I'd prefer a pact like this to bowing to their aggression.
That means you'll sign.
If we can find evidence of his betrayal, yes. If not, it'll have to wait until succession is settled, which might take more time than you have.
Then we need to twist the knife a little more in our friend Jeff.
No. Fuck. I swear, I've told you everything I know. The only person who might know more is Horatio.
Keep talking.
Fuck. His name's Horatio Whitehouse. He's supposed to meet Dr. James North in Westminster. I don't know when, but I know it's soon.
Colonel, may I have a moment with my knight alone?
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen.
Hail, Gaheris. They've earned their position through valor, bravery, and merit. Each and every one. Our man of the ditch. I'd advise you to try him at his sport. I doubt you'll best him, but... Farewell. We have someone on the inside, codenamed Guinevere. She's been following Dr. North for some time. We believe he holds the defense plans for Westminster. Rendezvous with her at the fountain beside the scrapyard in Westminster. She won't acknowledge you unless you give her the call sign, and you must wait for her countersign. You will say, "Do you have a spare Geiger counter?" She'll say, "Mine's being regilded in the shop." Now go. Time is of the essence. I'll work with the Colonel to get more out of Jeff.
Good day. Mine's being regilded in the shop. Glad you're here, Gaheris. Arthur told me to expect you. I've been following Dr. North for months, and we finally have an opportunity. For you, but he's a big fish. We have a party to go to. But before we go, you can't look like that. And blend in. You're not a knight. You're not some common wayfarer. You're someone the gentry should already know. Make them feel like they should know you, and they'll play along. Uncomfortable social interactions are just as bad as a bullet to them. I don't know what you know about Dr. North, but he's the poster boy of why I fight for London. He used to lead the Reformist Party, can you believe that? Well, he was more like their jester. I've been in Westminster my whole life, and I can't think of a single instance where he took his job seriously. Absolutely zero political motivation. Il est fils de pute in every conceivable way. While some of us work to better ourselves and our fellow man, he bettered his dinner menu. But, somehow, he's an associate of the newly appointed Lord Chancellor, Smythe. Even more of a poot than North. And that association is why you're here, because Horatio is likely to show his ugly face. Okay, here's the plan. North is one of the only people with Westminster's defence plans. They're always secured in his breast pocket. Horatio is going to be skulking about since he's technically banned. You tail North and throw suspicion off of me. All while finding out where he's to meet Horatio. Plant these surveillance devices while you're at it. Even if one of us slips up, we might still make this a success. Meet back up with me once you know something.
Oh no, I've lost the keys to the rad filter system. There is a god. The new Chancellor won't toss me out now.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury. Who puts a telescreen in the bathroom? How ghastly. Very good idea. It isn't proper to have a telescreen in here. Do what you must. People have a negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
He's on duty. No petting allowed, I'm afraid. Seems Miles is no exception.
Hello? I told you not to call me here. Yes, I know exactly who you work for, you pompous... No, don't you dare make a move without my express. Just wait right where you are. No, actually, don't wait there. You're too high profile. Meet me at the train wreck downtown. We'll discuss this in person, like civilized... What did you just call me? Hello? Hello? That arrogant weasel. I ought to just leave him to the radroaches for a minute. I'll just center myself and then deal with another one of his messes.
Harris, you're back already. If there wasn't a mission afoot, I'd take you up on that offer. Maybe another time, Harris. Well, he's not here, but we need to get to him before North does. You go find Horatio. I'll keep North busy. But hurry, I can buy you a head start, but that's all.
I'm knackered as fuck.
Do you
I've been
mind?
beasted with all this drills.
That you, Dr. North? You sound nothing like that grimy doctor. Who the heck? Comrades!
Area Nick on you after that tussle.
Let's fucking go!
That's over. Wait, please. Whatever you want, it's yours. Just name it. Yes, of course. I know all kinds of things you might want. He's a useful clown. Distractions when we need them, boats when that suits our needs. He's nothing more than a convenient patsy we have leverage on. Some bigwig named Allen, Major Jonathan Allen. We turned him a long time ago. Feeds us info, takes care of problems for us, whatever we need. I could prove it. Prick. Bastard! You killed me.
Well, Harris, I'd call this night a success. And so has Dr. North. Dr. North ran into a little bit of trouble when he left the party. Police may have received an anonymous tip about a rendezvous. Association with undesirables is an imprisonable offence if you didn't know, and now Dr. North knows it too. But before they gave him shiny new bracelets, he struggled, and as the upstanding citizen that I am, I helped pin him down. And those plans in his breast pocket just slid right into my hands. See you around, Harris. I've got a party behind me, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate the downfall of the gentry than by drinking all their booze right in front of them.
Your knight returns, Arthur.
Gaheris, what news?
Secure. Don't worry, we didn't torture him, if that's what you're worried about. That's not the Tommy way. Any man can name names under duress. That doesn't make it true. Show me proof, and then we'll talk. This is... Men, arrest Major Jonathan Allen. He is to stand trial for espionage and treason.
So, you read my report, Colonel. I won't hide it. Yes, I support the Fifth Column. We all should. The Tommies were formed to protect Old Blighty. That was our mission, from the Queen herself. And for years we've listened to the people claiming to be her mouthpiece. But are they? Would the Queen leave us in such a state? There is no law and order. There is no safety in her kingdom. Hooligans run around like petulant children, and the gentry tolerate it, all because it doesn't affect their tea time. Eve was born to a gentry father, but not a gentry mother, and for that she was cast out and shamed. That is the world the gentry have built, a world of slaves and masters. And we are not slaves. We will never be slaves to lazy politicians. So don't fight for someone who wouldn't fight for you. We are better than dogs for the gentry to kick. Old Blighty is better than a pool for them to piss in. The Fifth Column is the future. A bright and proud future. Join me. Stand up. For London.
What you say is not wrong, Major, but it's a half-truth. You're right. The gentry do not care for anyone other than the gentry. But the same is true for the column. How many of you have seen firsthand their brutality? Daughters ripped from mothers' arms because they existed where the column marched. Is existence a crime? Both the gentry and the column argue, yes, but anyone with half a heart knows that can't be our future. We are a people, one people. We are all worth fighting for. Major Allen's honeyed words can't mask the vinegar. He would watch us gag on our own blood just as much as the gentry would. We're not asking you to fight beside us. Only give old Blighty the chance she deserves. You know the gentry are against us all, and deep in your heart, you know the column is too. So stand aside. Let peace win today. Not the kind won from violence, but the kind won from civil words. Because isn't that what we all want? A return to civility. Stand aside and win. Stand aside so we can all win. All peoples of Blighty. It is your choice if London can shine once more. Stand aside and let peace shine. This is what your queen commanded. Ensure the peace. I beg of you. Follow your queen's order. Let peace prevail.
Major Jonathan Allen, you have confessed to your crimes before your peers. I hereby strip you of your title and commend you to the court-martial for sentencing. Put him in a cell beside the other traitor. We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
You've done well, Gaheris. We've won a major victory today. But our day isn't over. We've won peace with the Tommies, but we can't keep this from the column. 2 spies removed, they're practically abandoning Westminster, and they're clearly not raising arms against us. They will know of this pact of non-aggression within days. I'm sending you to Cable Street. Bedivere is there. We need to take the fight to the column. CAMLEOT can't take another assault. She is up on a lookout point opposite their headquarters, accessible via the Jack the Ripper Museum. Go. With one more push, we can topple an empire and rebuild old Blighty as she once was. I'm counting on you, Gaheris.
Britannia, Britannia rules the waves.
It's good to see you, Gaheris. I was about to go postal up here. The only company I have is Percival yapping away on the CV. Sit down with me. Down there is Cable Street. My job is to sit here, observe, and think. I have an inkling of a plan. It's daring, but doable. They'll regret setting up shop in the street, no matter how symbolic. Despite being considerably less defended, pushing from the side streets is a no-go. Our troops will spread thin, and even when we make it through, we'll have to fight them off from both sides. The best strategy is to be bold, attack their main defences on the east and west, and then push through to the middle. It'll force them into a 2-front defence. It's not the quick, victorious rush through some back alley that people are hoping for, but this will actually work. I still need to work out the specifics of the plan, and there's much preparation to be done. You can help with this. I need you to clear out the Tower of London. We're going to take it over. The Beefeaters need to go. We lack a base of operations nearby, a staging area. The Tower of London seems like the perfect fit. Oh, don't act coy. You've achieved similar feats. Then cannibalism severely damages mental faculties. Those freaks should be no match for a CAMLEOT knight. I need to stay here, work out the logistics of the attack. I'll keep an eye on you from up here, though. I will. Come back in one piece.
Too hungry for this shite.
Must have been my stomach.
There. Don't
What
you want
was
to
that?
join us for dinner? Hunt on an empty stomach.
I'll cook my own meal. Dare you? I just wanted soup.
You're only making me hungrier. Last cut.
Come on. It's supper time. I'm all just...
Worthy of a song or three.
Heard the commotion over there. I trust the beef eaters are currently eating dirt. An expeditionary group is on their way to take it over. The others will follow suit. Just need to tell Percival over the radio.
No need. I've been here the whole time.
The whole time. I thought I turned that thing off an hour ago.
Really? I thought we were just having an awkward silence.
Tell Merlin, will you?
Of course. Percival, signing off.
The column's recent movements suggest they're preparing to attack us. They've taken the radio tower in Camden, using it to spread anti-CAMLEOT propaganda. Meet Guinevere there. She's waiting for you. She'll help you take them off the air.
Geharris, over here. We meet again. I'm not dressed like one. I'm disguised as one. Big difference. We're going undercover. Put this on, follow me. Don't worry. I won't look. Okay, let's go. Once we get inside, we'll split up. I'll go upstairs and cause a distraction. You'll go down to the basement. There's a power module down there. I need you to damage it beyond repair. It'll take the tower off the national grid for a while. Do not break cover. No fighting, no talking to anyone, no being weird. And make sure you wait for the distraction. You'll know it when it happens. Afterwards, meet me back in that alleyway. See you later, comrade.
Britain, awake. Awake for slumber.
Going down. Oh.
Knackered as fuck. I've been basted with all these trails.
Geharris, come here. Nicely done. They didn't know what hit 'em. It'll take a while to fix their power module. Until then, they're off the air. Head to the Tower of London. Speak to Merlin.
Good to have you back with us. The artillery we captured during the Battle of Albion is being transported. We'll use it to destroy their main defensive structures. We need some coordinates to aim at. Seeing as you've got that attaboy, we decided you'd do it. Just wear that disguise Guinevere gave you, and you'll be fine. Machine guns, artillery, anything that would inconvenience our advances. Only if you do something stupid. They all wear the same thing. You'll blend in. Just keep your head down. Good.
London is the place for me.
Hopefully, their stuff does us more good than it did them.
Yes? I see. We better act quickly then. Thanks. This information will be invaluable.
The time for battle is soon upon us. The army awaits my orders, but we are missing our medic. Knight K was captured en route to the Tower of London. She is crucial for treating the wounded, and a good person. I trust you more than anyone else to bring her back unharmed. A scout in her party evaded capture, followed them. The 5th column took her to a warehouse overlooking the Thames. Rescue her. After you've done so, meet me at the Eastern Front. We'll fight alongside.
We're being attacked!
Let him eat your lead, mate.
Yeah! Ooh.
Thank you for helping me. I guess I owe you, Garrus. Here, take these for the battle. The least I can do. Just so it's clear, I didn't tell them anything, but I'm fairly sure they already knew about the attack. I'll head to the Tower of London. Get ready for the wounded. Again, thanks.
Where you're going? Be more careful, there's a war on.
You should have stayed. Idek, comrades.
Did that hurt? That hurt. How did Eve for CAMLEOT?
Die, Omen! For CAMLEOT. You're messing with the column. You just signed your death warrant.
Avenge me!
Die, scum!
You'll pay for that!
Have it! Eat this!
So clean you could lick the floors. Clearly they didn't leave anything good here. Think whoever did this.
Fuck. That. Ugh.
think they can control us, manipulate us, but we won't stand for it any longer. We are the fifth column, and it's our job to show their lies. We've got to tear down their posters and their illusions. Yeah, illusions of control. We gotta free our people from their grubby mitts. And as for those CAMLEOT idiots, they've forgotten who they are and what they stand for. They're nothing but nincompoops. We will not bow down to these so-called knights. We will not live with their silly dress-up games with their bad principles or their fake promises. The fifth column stands alone. We gotta be united against the gentry and the CAMLEOT dogs. Brothers, sisters, it's time to rise. We will expose the gentry's secrets, disrupt their plans, and take back what's rightfully ours. We are the fifth column, and together we will bring down the gentry and those fakers, CAMLEOT. Hell yeah, that'll do it.
Such a horrible thing for a child to witness. Who knows? Grief? Fear? Perhaps she thought it best for her child. We'll see that she's okay. Whether or not she'll be able to forget this, well, I hope so. Indeed, though I must say my enthusiasm has been somewhat dashed by this sorry sight. We celebrate while we can, because this isn't over. I'll be sending troops to Westminster Bridge. However, we'll be planning the next assault back at CAMLEOT. Meet me there.